Hello, everybody, and welcome to the All Aboard podcast. I am your host, Trey, and I'm joined with my co-host, Titus.
Howdy.
He wasn't here last week because of a thunderstorm knocking out his power, so Ace
Yep.
was the temporary co-host. But he's back this week, and we are joined with
And I'm back and better than ever.
very true, and we're joined with our audio editor, Logan.
Hello, you missed me.
And then his dear brother and better Kylan, Drew.
I'm back.
And then, as a special guest, we have our biggest fan, somebody who has asked us many questions and has sucked our teat many of times in our comment sections, and but is also a great friend of ours. Everybody, do introduce not the same Josh as last week.
But another Josh. A mysterious
Mhm.
Josh. A tit-sucking Josh.
Hold on, I don't remember hiring this guy.
He
didn't
wasn't
hire
hired.
him.
We just found him on the street. Honestly, he was playing
Also-
like basketball.
You know what's crazy? One of his questions was, "When's the next Crunker video?"
Yeah, I might be.
Josh.
Hello,
There he is.
hello.
I think he
There
was waiting
is.
for us to tell him to unmute.
I was.
Hi,
Yeah.
how's it feel to be on the podcast?
It's a,
Yeah.
it's a new experience.
Yeah, biggest teat sucker Josh here to be on the podcast.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Mm.
So how does it feel, Josh? How does it feel?
It's exciting, nice.
Content.
Josh, I believe you had some questions, and that's why we dragged you in here, just to embarrass you with said
We
questions.
put him in a headlock. I headlocked him. Logan grabbed him by the ankles, and he had his hands down, so we kind of cartwheeled him, but in a headlock.
yeah, I was doing the headlock.
Yeah. So one of your questions was, what made us want to start the podcast? Now, before we answer, Josh, what do you think we started a podcast about us just talking to each other for? What do you think?
Honestly, I thought you used to get to hang out and kind of just like express your.
Mm-hmm. So you thought that we started just to hang out and have fun?
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, I have a counter question.
Yo, what's up?
Why do you ask so many questions, dog?
That's very true, Josh. Mind your own business.
I know, like literally every video. When's the next Crunk? I'll be here all night, folks.
So to answer your question, Josh, and why we wanted to start the podcast, me and Titus had a grand idea of maybe we would have fun to just sit down for a good hour and just talk with friends. So you're right, Josh. You didn't have to ask the question, you nincompoop.
Yeah.
Next question. Where did the name Sailbite come from? Now, Josh, where do you think it came from?
I actually have no idea.
I would like to
Titus.
answer this.
Titus. Yeah, the answer is disappointing. Titus, go ahead.
All right, so every great company is remembered by their name. So this is what I was thinking with like Rooster Teeth. Like it's iconic, it's memorable. You've got like Warner Bros. It's two brothers, and they had the same name. Like Sony, it's Tony, but with an like every important company is remembered for their name. And so I thought, I can't come up with a name, so I just typed in, I went to fantasynamegenerators.com and typed in company name generator.
And then he just kind of changes it around from there.
It was originally, I think it was just Sailboat Studios, and I was like, that's dumb, Sailbite Studios. That
Does it
was me
satisfy?
biting some
Does it satisfy you,
Sailbite.
Josh? Are you satisfied?
The first time you said the name Titus, I thought you said Sailbite.
Another thing I would ask you guys, because I was not in this video, but
Uh-huh.
How did you guys feel about recording the first Let's Play?
Oh,
Oh, that
well,
was super fun.
well, the true answer is that that wasn't the first, you piece of shit. You were there for the first.
I know I was
shit.
there for the first, but we lost the
Mm.
audio.
We lost
Damn
so
you,
many
Craig.
things.
Dude, we are probably the worst company.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I
Like,
also
we just straight up
apologize.
don't know what at all we're doing. We're like,
We recorded that video 3 times. 2 times
Three
we
times.
just didn't get the audio. The first time we recorded, but then like the audio just went to nowhere. Second time, like it just did not record at all. Third time, I was like, all right, I got this in the bag. And then we recorded, everything was fine, and here we are.
You know, I
Yeah.
actually apologize for the bad thumbnail. Literally, Josh, the editor, hit me up and was like, "Hey, can you draw a thumbnail for me?" I was like, Chibi Trey."
you know what, Drew? I accept your apology.
I
You know
honestly
what?
thought that was a pretty good thumbnail.
It
Like,
yeah, it was a pretty
I
good
liked it.
thumbnail.
I liked the
It
thumbnail.
was good as a drawing, but as a actual, thumbnail, it looked very sloppy.
So
In
my
Yeah.
question is, are we gonna have to go back to the drawing board?
All right, Titus is no longer the co-host, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'll take it.
hi.
I'll leave. Get Ace on here.
Yeah, that's for the best.
And so the final question that Josh had the audacity to think that he could possibly ever talk to us. How long do we plan on to do the podcast? Now, Josh, give me a guess. How long do you think?
Honestly, I have no idea.
And Josh, do you want my honest answer, Josh? Josh, you want my
Let
honest
me say
answer?
my answer first. I would like to say my answer first.
Go ahead, Titus. Go ahead, Titus.
This is the last episode. Yeah.
Damn.
And
Yeah.
that's that. And recording.
We thought we'd bring Josh on here to break the news to him, kind of like make it slow.
Yeah.
We're going. Actually, no,
yeah.
not slow. We're going for rip the Band-Aid off. We're going for fast burn.
If we wanted to do slow, we would explain it with like a lot of build up. But Titus here,
Yeah.
he's just like, "Fuck you, we're leaving."
We're going for putting your hand on the grill,
we
like this. Instant regret.
we put the piece of tape on him and we're like, check out this cool thing, and then we're like, psych, it
We're
hurts.
like, hey, hold this remote, and then it's actually a taser.
Now,
This company
my real
wasn't started to actually get a following. It was started to fuck with Josh's emotions.
Yeah, that's exactly it. This was designed specifically as emotional manipulation on Josh.
All this
So-
is
We
a failure,
specifically
so-
made content tailored for him, so he'd get attached, and then you know what?
it's kind of like a pop punk band in the 2010s.
Don't you
to
say it?
where
Don't you say it?
it's where like bands from the 80s, they get like all these people coming out with these tours replaying the songs, but 2010 punk bands, they're just gone.
Okay,
Damn.
I thought you were going somewhere else with that joke. I thought you were gonna make a joke about pop punk vocalists being pedophiles.
No, why would I do that?
Whoa.
I didn't. I wasn't
Because
even
there's
gonna.
a large majority of bands that's happened to.
To actually answer your question, Josh, we don't actually know. We're gonna try and keep going until we just either can't or just
Yeah,
really
Or until
really
we-
can't.
keep promises to each other that we'd be best friends forever and ever.
We'll go until we have to put the backup episode on.
That was a great episode. By the way, Josh, my real and honest answer is that it is a study that the majority of podcasts that fail at the 7th episode, and that is the final episode. So if we make it past that, I'm confident that we're going to get somewhere, because that's past a month. That's like somewhere in the middle of or towards the end of the next month.
This is
So,
episode 4,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
episode 4. So we've been doing
Wow.
this for a month now, haven't
We
we?
recorded.
I'm proud of us.
We technically recorded 6 though.
Technically.
In a
Technically.
technicality.
Yeah.
So we recorded a backup episode, and then
6 episodes,
The
3
audio.
Let's Plays.
was deleted, and so we had to re-record it.
God damn you, Craig.
Yeah, so we have a backup episode if we fuck up, but we fucked up the fuck up.
Yeah, it was sad.
Yeah,
Hold
Craig
on.
was like,
Hold on. Can
now
you re-say that
recording.
like 10
And we're
times
like,
faster?
psych.
We fucked up the fuck up.
We fucked up, we fucked up, we fucked up, we fucked up, we
Dude,
fucked
that
up, we
beat goes
fucked up, we
hard.
fucked up, we fucked up, we fucked up. I used to be able to actually rap really fast, but then I stopped practicing
Mm-hmm.
because I stopped giving a
It's
damn.
fair.
Drew, you should
yeah.
tear again.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I'll do
we
a
still
rap
haven't had. Oh, Logan. Not Logan.
I'll tell you what.
Drew, we need to do
I'll
like.
do a rap if we get 100
We
subscribers.
need to at 100 subs. Me and Drew will do a rap battle.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
You know what? I'm okay with that.
Oh yeah.
I am down.
This is we just came up with this idea, and it has to be greenlit now because it's in
This
the
is
podcast.
live. Yeah,
Well,
this is
oh, shit.
official.
I
Give
was
us 100
kidding.
subscribers and there will be a rap battle.
Live in the studio. It's
shit.
Saturday night.
And
Oh,
if
shit.
you're thinking of like those crummy like YouTube rap battles in like the middle of a field, it's gonna be a mix of that and with actual a good lyrics. I'm hoping.
Don't make promises we can't keep. We said
I'm
we
not
do a
making
rap
promises.
battle.
Yeah.
We didn't
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. If it's written by
Look,
Titus.
here's the
and
thing.
me,
Here's the thing.
Yeah,
If it's
it's going to suck.
Here's the thing. Paraphrasing John Mulaney, if it sucks, we can be like, see, it's a joke. It's bad. Guys laugh at it. And if it's good, we can be like, yes, thank you. We worked very hard on this.
That is how most of our products go.
And then we win either way. Dude, that's how all of life is.
It really is.
I'm going to write a little script.
Well, that's
I'm gonna
because
write
everything is a
little
bit
script for-
until
to
it's
do
not.
at the end of this.
Anyways, let's
What
move
was it?
on.
I said I'll write a script and I'll do like a little rap at the end of this for you guys.
Nice.
Okay? It's about
No.
Titus.
Do it. I dare you.
Oh
Now,
yeah. Oh, yeah. You want to bet? Want to
speaking
bet? I'll see if I can remember.
speaking of which, this one reminds me of just absolutely ripping on Josh here for trying to even get in contact with us. The
Yeah,
absolute.
even though he lives literally like down the highway from me, but how dare he?
How dare you, Josh, try to
Yeah.
talk to us?
Yeah. I know you're like a 10-minute ride from me, but come
Yeah.
on, man. Really?
But this all
Really?
kind of reminds me of my first experience with a car that I was going to be getting, and how it turned from me absolutely ripping on it and like hating it to absolute love and admiration for the amazing vehicle that's known as the Milk Mobile.
Oh gosh, yes.
So, one day I was, in my room, and somebody walks in and they're like, "Hey, there's this Jeep next door that we're gonna get for you for your car." And I was, as a young lad, so I walked out with my dad, and he showed me it, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is a fucking like milkmobile. This is a milk wagon." Because like the old fashioned like a milkman that would have like the bottles of milk when they carry it to like porches. This car
Yeah.
was like one of those cars.
Damn.
You're underselling it. This used to
I
be a
actually
milk
saw
machine.
it.
It used to be a milk car. This is now a shaggin' wagon.
Well, no, it used to be a mail truck.
Whoa. Same thing. Mailman, milkman.
They both.
I saw it. It's pretty baller.
It's
gonna lie.
honestly one of the best things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
And the inside, Titus explained the inside is looking like a World War II bomber.
It really does.
It straight up looks like it's amazing. I love it so much.
Yeah.
It's got like 30 different gauges.
Yeah.
There's
And
so
there's all
many
these little like twists and buttons.
I'm fairly certain there's duplicates. Like it says like the speed. It says the speed you're going on there like 4 times. It's, and then all the gears. Because the modern dashboard coddles us. Like with the modern dashboard, we have everything we need to know in front of us. With this one, if you can't look down at the floor to check what gear you're in, you're kind of screwed. Like it's straight.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was like, if like the shift was like under the chair. Like if it was down there, I wouldn't be surprised.
It
Yeah.
looks pretty close. It is an automatic though, so it's not like he's got to worry about a standard transmission.
Dude, it'd be
Mhm.
so funny if it was standard and it's down there under the chair.
Dude, that would have to suck. Like, I don't know that I could drive that, and I can drive standard, but it's a neat little car. I like it.
Yeah.
So,
But the reason why I bring this up is because I was wondering. I was thinking of topics that we could talk about this weekend. I was wondering if any of you boys, including you, Josh, our biggest fan, if you guys have any dream cars or worst car experiences.
Ooh.
And Drew,
Mhm.
yes, you can talk about the truck that Logan crashed.
Jeep.
You mean
Oh,
the
it was a
Jeep?
Jeep?
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll actually let Logan tell his side of the story, and I'll tell mine.
Okay.
Alright, Logan, you go
So,
first.
our uncle bought us both our first vehicles, and I basically told him what I wanted. I told him I wanted a truck, and so he got me this awesome jacked up truck. Like, it's massive. It's not even the biggest truck he's
Hey,
ever
actually,
met.
Josh helped us clean it.
Yeah, we had to clean it up because it was covered in dirt, but that's not the point. So he got me this giant truck that was a standard transmission, massive thing, man. Like, it was giant. Had rigging all over it, and our grandparents were not a big fan of this. I
Mhm.
love it. I still drive it to this day. Actually, Trey saw my vehicle today.
I
as well.
was in the passenger seat, and let me tell you,
Yeah.
it was a ride and a half.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
I
So
there's fear whenever you're driving with somebody, but there's extra fear whenever you're not sure if the truck is gonna fall apart or not.
yeah, it's awesome. So my grandparents did not like the truck my uncle got me. It's broken down like 5 times. He's laughed, made fun of me. He knows how to fix this sort of stuff, so he's helped me fix it. It's all cool, right?
Mm.
So um, Drew's about to start driving and stuff, and so they're like, "Hey, let's get Drew a vehicle." So my uncle's looking at things,
Yeah.
and my grandparents find a Jeep for a decent price. It's a black Jeep that's in very good condition, leather seats, air conditioning, the entire works, automatic transmission. Um,
Yeah, that sucked.
yeah, it was like there was nothing at all wrong with it, anything really. Like I think there was one minor thing, but that was it. And it was black, but Drew wasn't that big a fan because that's not what he really wanted. What Drew wanted was Uncle's looking at like maybe an El Camino or something. He'd found someone with it and was trying to haggle with him to get it. So
Yeah.
he went from possibly an El Camino to this ugly ass Jeep.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
it was cool. Like I'm not gonna lie, wasn't that bad. The Jeep, like we drove around and all, and it was pretty handy. The air conditioning was the nice
I
part.
liked its steering.
Actually, the steering
It,
wasn't
it
so
had some
bad.
pretty decent steering.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like and my truck doesn't
Yeah.
have air conditioning, and his vehicle did. So I mean, that was nice.
Now tell them what the fuck you did to it.
So I took it one day because my truck was broken, and so I took it one day out because I had to go do some things. And while I was out, I had to stop and get some gas. When I went to
Yeah.
leave the gas station, I got wrecked into on the front end of my car. It wasn't that bad of a wreck, honestly. Like no one was actually hurt or anything. Like I got out of the car and was fine.
Yeah.
But other lady, I mean, I think she had a bloody nose and was in shock, which is to be expected because she actually got hit with an airbag. I did
Yeah.
not.
Wasn't that bad of a wreck. It completely totaled my car.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
wasn't.
the
It could
the
have been
funny part
worse.
about
No
this
one
though is
was
that I
hurt.
heard that Drew actually thanked Logan for this.
Okay, now I'll tell you my side of the story. So it's like 8 in the morning and
Right.
stuff. I wake up, do a couple things, go back to bed and stuff. Mom wakes up later and stuff at I think it was around 10 or 11 and stuff, and I'm like tired as fuck and stuff, and she wakes me up and she's like, "Yo, Trey got into a wreck. Your Jeep is gone." I was like, what? And she's like, I need you to watch the kids, and I'll go, check on it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, Mom. I went back to bed. I didn't give a shit
Yeah.
and stuff. And like they come in at around 2ish, and like, yeah, Drew, it's 2.
Crazy.
And they're like, bro, it's total me. Trey's like, I'm sorry. I was like, Trey, you realize that this gives me a second chance to get a nicer car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And now,
And I will tell you guys what I'm actually saving up for.
yeah.
I am saving up to buy myself a 73 Ford Mustang.
Oh yeah. But unfortunately, it's looking
yeah.
pretty run down, ain't it?
Yeah, the first one I found, it was missing an engine. Its inside was just eaten out by mice.
Yep.
So I don't feel like cleaning that one up. But the amount of money that it would cost to clean it up, I could just buy a new one. So I'm just going to save up,
Mm-hmm.
and get myself a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm glad that you're okay, Logan, that there was no harm other than Drew's
Yeah.
unfavorite Jeep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
It's
Mel.
pretty great. Like, I'm glad I came out fine. So
Yeah.
I literally, that entire wreck, I didn't actually know what to do. That was my first wreck of any kind. Like, I hadn't been in a wreck with my mother, like nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, you had.
not that I
Actually, whenever
remembered.
you were 3 years old. Okay, I was like, actually, whenever you
Yeah.
were 3 years
Not
old,
that I
she wrecked into a
remember.
tree.
That was our bio father, but that's another story for another time.
Whatever.
So, yeah, so this was my first wreck experience at all. So, like, I literally got out of the car. Someone had already called 911. I was like, well, what do I do now? I didn't actually know. Like,
Yeah.
I should probably tell my mom. So I called my mom. She came down, and then I just kind of stood there like an idiot because I literally didn't know what to do. Like, people came
Yeah.
and they were like cleaning up and stuff, and like, just kind of stood there in shock. Like, that was my first road incident at all. Like, I hadn't got a ticket up to this point or anything. I
Mm-hmm.
still
Yeah.
haven't.
That reminds
So,
me of my
Yeah.
first big crash, or not. It wasn't a crash, but it was an
My
accident.
first crash, Duplo.
And
Oh, yeah.
it could have led to possible death of many people, and it was at nobody's fault other than the rains. So one Friday evening, um, I was my dad was driving and I was in the passenger seat, and we were driving on the freeway. And where we were is a just straight road, and then there's grass to like the right of us. The 2 lane. We're in the left lane, right lane, and then there's grass, and then there's a bit of the stretch of grass leads to another road, and then just a field, right?
mm-hmm.
And it's raining hard. But my dad, he's the best driver that I know, so I was like, oh, I'm not worried. Then the puddle of doom happened.
Doom.
The
Dude, that's my
puddle
favorite
of
Indiana
doom.
Jones movie.
Indiana Jones would not be able to escape this puddle because literally we were
Wholeheartedly
driving.
disagree.
No, we were driving. It was like normal road, and then there's just tiny little puddle, right? And I've seen the road before. There's no like dense cracks or anything. It's a perfectly fine road. It's just a puddle had accumulated right there, and we went over it. And as soon as we touched it, our car acted like it was like ice physics, and we just started spinning.
Yep.
And so to our left there was like a ditch, and at the bottom was this railing that's meant to stop cars from going into the other lane. Well, we didn't go that way. We spun the opposite direction to the right.
Oh shit.
So we were spinning, and we
Ooh.
spun across the right lane, across that little stretch of grass, across the other road, and into that field.
That's hot.
We didn't flip or anything. It was just spinning, and we spun out. We ended up there. There were damages. as expected, but it wasn't like the engine blew out or anything. It's just that some things got knocked loose and we had to put everything back together.
Well, that's good.
And
I do have
somebody
one question.
What's that, Logan?
Is your dad still the best driver you know?
I have yet to find a better driver, so I'm still gonna have to say yes.
Offended.
Cry about it.
Damn.
I will.
And
That's
so,
harsh.
somebody, I think I can't remember because this happened back in my younger years, preteen years. I'm 55 now. I can't remember those days so well. And I think he called the cops, or not the cops, but 911, or somebody else in stopped. I don't think anybody else stopped though. And the fire truck showed up, and they were like, "Yeah, you guys are pretty." I can't remember if they said lucky or not, but they said that most people, whenever they run to that railing, their cars are just destroyed. And
Damn.
we were driving in my stepmom's car, so my dad was thankful that we did not just destroy her car
Mhm.
because she would have had a fit about it.
Yeah, that would have sucked.
Yeah. Does anybody else have any fun wreck stories? What was that, Titus? Oh, please do share.
Yeah. So my first real wreck
Mm.
was me, Asa.
Mm.
We were driving down the highway,
Yeah.
and so there's traffic on the road. So traffic had come to a halt because there was construction, and so everyone's having commercial one lane, so it was super slow. So we'd
Yeah.
come to a stop, and the car behind us come to a stop. Now, the big 250 pickup truck doing 80 and on their phone
Yeah.
did not come to a stop. So they hit the car behind us, that car hits us, and we hit the car in front of us. So 4-car pile up.
Crazy.
The car behind us is wedged underneath Ace's back axle.
Wow.
And so we're just crap. So we're like that. And so then first thing I do is I look around, everyone's kind of like going around us. So I get out my phone. And so I did the call to mom. And so I'm like, hey, mom, everything's fine. We're both fine. Me and Asa are both alive and well. We're not in any kind of pain right now. But Asa's car has been hit pretty badly. And so she's like, what happened? Where are you? Why? And so I explained the situation. And so then our dad comes and picks us up. So we're standing on the side of the road for like an hour and a half. Because
Yeah.
it was like 5:30 when this happened. So rush hour traffic. It was a like Thursday. And so just everyone's yeah. And so it took forever for the tow truck to get there to load us up. So then we had to get in. We had to get my dad's car and drive. It was a whole thing. The news copter showed up, and this is my favorite thing. I'll if anyone wants to know in the comments, you can ask, and I'll. Actually, I don't know if I can link it. I might not do that. But yeah. There's footage of me on the news website. I dabbed outside of our car.
Yeah, Asa looks like he's cruising, and then like you got Titus looking like an idiot. Like Asa's wearing aviators.
Dude, it wasn't even. It was a double dab. I went bah bah to the news crew.
You know.
I found out that the person in the car by us was in critical condition like 20 minutes after I dabbed on him.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I felt awful. But also,
Dude.
You want know what pisses me off? You guys talked about near-death experiences last week without me.
me
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Bro, I've got so many stories
Yeah.
about.
Well,
Once I was almost shot. and random shit like that.
Uh,
You bastard.
you know,
Drew's
we'll
definition
get,
of almost shot is he dropped his fork once.
Drew, that sounds like an
Okay.
interesting story, but we'll get to that another time.
Titus, you
Yeah,
talk
we
about.
gotta do a
Go ahead.
sequel episode, guys, and just have me as the guest host so that way no one else can interrupt me.
No. I'm muting Drew, so I'm not even gonna know if he's talking.
Damn.
Ice cold, baby.
So, Titus, you talk about calling your mom.
How rude.
You're like,
Yeah.
you go on this whole spiel about how you're all fine. I literally called my mom and said, I got hit. I said it exactly like that. What do you mean you got hit? By a car?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wait, what? What the fuck? Where are you at? 7-Eleven. That's where I'm at. I'm
7-Eleven.
I'm
Dude,
gonna
I
go now.
have a gift card for 7-Eleven. You should have taken me with you. I could have bought us slushies. That's not even cap. I have it on me right now.
Funnily enough,
I
I
have
was
a
going
Dairy
to
Queen
meet
card.
Titus at the time, actually. Funnily enough, where I was going to meet Titus. So I damn well
To
could have.
get that 7-Eleven slushy.
Yeah.
Dude, if I'd known you were at a 7-Eleven, I would have picked you up.
Hey, Josh, can you tell us about the story with your brother?
It
Driving?
is so funny. He just goes,
One with
no.
the girlfriend.
God.
Wait, what story do you want me?
About how your brother drives.
Oh, okay. So, is maniac.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, how he drives is what he does is he pays way more attention and music, whatnot, his driving.
Yeah.
And when his girlfriend's in the car, let's just say there's a lot of swerving and braking.
Mhm.
It's bad.
Yeah.
I was tempted to make a joke,
And
but I'm not sure
and
if
my
I can do
brother,
that.
what?
What are the jurisdictions?
What do you mean?
Jurisdictions. It's an interesting phrase.
I was gonna say swerving and stopping, just like my sex life.
He'll. Okay, so Daniel
I'm
has.
sorry.
Okay, so Daniel has a bad habit of looking at things that he shouldn't be while driving. So he likes to ride people's butts while driving.
Oh, I
so
already hate him.
So when he looks back up at the cars, he has to either swerve out of the way or brake really fast because he's not paying enough
that's
attention to
horrifying.
the road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I've literally told my parents, I was like, my brother's going to get in a wreck any day now, and I'm not going to care. Like, because he's a dumbass.
Yeah.
And we've told him, like, dude, if you don't stop, you're going to get in a wreck. And he's like, I don't really care. I'm like, that's your life on the line, not mine.
Wasn't it like texting, driving, eating, and
He-
holding his girlfriend's hand all at the same time?
Yeah, he's done that. And he was driving with his
Bro,
knee.
your brother's General Grievous.
No, okay. So here's what he's doing. He was holding his girlfriend's hand in his right hand. His left hand was eating a tornado from 7-Eleven, and he was driving with his right foot on the pedal and his left foot on the steering wheel. Or more his knee, not his foot.
Don't worry, guys. I know how to knee drive. I wonder how well this car will ramp that. Oh shit, the hill did not
I'm just
work.
gonna mention
I'm sorry, Josh.
we are not sponsored by 7-Eleven.
We should be.
Yeah, we are not.
You know, that reminds me.
You know what
Hold
else
on,
we should be sponsored by?
Drew. One moment. That does remind me. We actually do have a sponsor, don't we, Titus?
Yes, we do.
Would you like to share?
Yes. It is once again our website, but this time we have a new video out. We have the Let's Play video. So if you haven't seen that already, go and watch that. That one video is sponsoring this episode.
Mm-hmm. We have many sponsors, as you can see. We
Yeah.
have our own video sponsoring us. We have the website sponsoring us. What this
Yeah.
lamp next
No,
to my
the website dropped. Website
oh
doesn't want to. Yeah.
oh the website doesn't want to sponsor. Okay, well,
No.
Oh,
I,
damn.
I do recommend still checking out the website.
Yeah, it's a great product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really recommend the video. Our editor, not Trey, Logan. Not
You
Logan.
think I
Fuck.
edit things?
No. Our video editor, Josh, did a
Who's
phenomenal
here with us?
job. No, not that
Mhm.
Josh. The other Josh.
Josh is not the fan.
This is it. Okay,
Not
so the Josh
fanboy.
that is currently here is not it, but the Josh that was here last week in episode 3, whenever Asa was a co-host, that Josh.
Yeah, he did a phenomenal job.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I remember what
you know
Josh
what?
did, and Josh commented on, and Josh
All
said,
right. So, how about we call Josh on this podcast fanboy, and we call the other Josh Josh.
Wait, so if we have fanboy, who's Chum Chum?
Drew.
You.
I would like you to know that I have an 8-pack.
Even better.
This podcast
He has a
episode is
point.
brought to you by Drew's 8-pack.
We have another sponsor.
Oh, that's right.
I will
wait.
carry all your
Hold on,
businesses.
Titus. I think I just got a call, or no, it's an email even. We got another sponsor. It's actually Drew's receding 8-pack.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh.
Look at that. We have a third sponsor on the video, and that is Drew's receding hairline. And Trey's.
The funniest
Crazy. I
funniest
think
part about that is our family has a huge history of receding hairline. Our biological father
And
is
what really sucks is I like my
yeah, our
hair.
biological father is the only one that's not bald.
wow.
Receding hairline means you can grow a thick beard.
Does
That's a
it?
good point.
Is that true?
Yeah, every dude that's bald has a thick beard. The hair just moves. It doesn't go away. It just moves.
Downward, baby.
I mean, kinda,
I mean, yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, honestly. Like, think about it. It's kind of like it's a universe just saying, "I'm sorry. Here you go. You can have this."
So wait, if you shaved your beard and your head and your arm,
You'd be a potato.
Very true.
No, he's right.
Potato.
Yeah, no,
Just
you
not
just
to insult anyone out there that runs that look. If you look good like that, rock it, man. Be the potato king.
you know the toy brand
Yeah.
Mr. Potato Head. Yeah, they take all the math teachers that just shave their entire body, like just shave it all. Like they get the shiny scalps and everything. They take those guys and then they transform them into the toys.
Okay,
They
that's
just take.
weird.
Wait, so you're telling me Mr. Potato Heads are just burnt out math teachers?
Okay, boys, this got a little weird. Speaking of,
You
I
know,
feel like this has gone very dark
Hey,
fast.
so
Speaking of math
something
teachers,
really cool happened for me and Titus today. Titus, you want to explain?
yeah, me and Logan specifically, not anyone else in this chat. Boo. Me and Logan graduated.
Yeah, we suck.
Yeah.
I've been graduating for many of years now.
Congratulations.
I have a master's in political science.
The worst 2 hours of my life.
You have a master's in podcasting. But yeah, we graduated. It was today has been a journey. Not because it was like tough to get this thing like going. For me personally, it's been a journey because I was up all night.
Same.
I was literally up from I woke up at 11 o'clock in the morning. I was up until 7 o'clock. And then I went to bed and woke up at 10:30.
What do you define as morning?
And that's what today has been. And then I had to go and graduate. And then I was with some friends the previous night. And so we did the hot sauce challenge. If you're into hot sauce numbers. I did a spoon of a hot sauce that was 1.5 million Scoville, 1.5 million Google.
Jesus Christ.
And so that was after already doing a bunch of other ones that are like in the hundreds of thousands. So it was rough. And so I did a straight spoonful of that and died instantly. And the problem was we did this for like an hour. Like there was a money pool. There was like 10, I think it was either 10 or $15 on the line. And so we could have gotten money for it. And so
Yeah.
we were like all in on this. And so
For $10.
yeah, for $10. And so
Mhm.
because we just had so much hot sauce, eventually it
Yeah.
has to come out, right?
Oh yeah.
And so
I'm curious. Was there any double or nothing deals?
the round after I quit, they started. So we were rolling a dice to see what hot sauce you had to use. The round after that, they got a second dice, and you had to start mixing hot sauces.
Damn.
Oh no.
Yeah,
That's hardcore.
yeah,
I imagine you took a shit today and it sucked.
yeah. So I was getting to that.
Yeah.
Everyone else, like a couple hours after, they're all like running to the bathroom. They're like, "Oh, it burns, sweet Jesus!" Like I walked by the bathroom and it sounded like an exorcism going on in there. And so I was super scared for the fiery poops I was gonna have. Hours
Yeah.
roll by, nothing. So I get home and I crash. I go to sleep, nothing. I get to the final like. So we had to be there at like 11:15 is when they wanted us there for graduation, and so I'm there, nothing. We do our like the stuff we gotta do, nothing. 1 o'clock rolls around. We have an hour until then, and just huge gas in my stomach. It goes
Yeah.
and it goes up. And my people are, oh my gosh, and I was like, that was close. So
You're dancing
I
a
go to
little
the
bit close to the
bathroom.
sun.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm not gonna take a fiery poop in the middle of graduation. I'm not gonna poop my pants. I'm not gonna poop hot lava. And so I'm in the bathroom, and dude, this crap stings because it stings going in. So what goes up must come down, right?
Yeah.
Dude, there's railing in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
I was gripping the railing. It was. Like normally going to the going number 2, normally that's relieving. Like after a long day or a big meal, you go in there and you relax. This is the opposite of that. This was anxiety inducing. This was the worst poop of my entire life. And so I'm just gripping. I'm praying. I have no clue what to do other than just squeeze the railing. It was bad.
Oh God.
That was rough. That was like 20 minutes, by the way. That was 20 minutes of my
I
life.
actually went to the bathroom almost immediately after you, but I cannot smell.
Yeah.
So I locked out.
Yeah, a couple of my buddies were in there and they're like, Titus, you good? And I just went, no, it's lava.
I could hear him going.
Dude, I'm fairly certain you could hear me screaming from the outside of the bathroom. I told one of the guys who was in there, he was in the stall next to me. I was like, dude, you're gonna want to move. He goes, well, I was like, I'm about to start screaming.
This is some messed up shit.
Dude, it was. Dude, you guys think it's bad for you having to hear it? Imagine my pain. I had to live it. This funny little bit was my life.
God.
Yes.
Dude.
See, I'll do anything for physical. Like challenges for like $5 or something. Like if it's a test of strength. But if it's a test of like how enduring you are of stupid shit like hot sauce, I'm out.
Yeah. See, that wasn't the only kind of pain we experienced last night. We decided. So hacky sacks.
Yeah.
We played a little game. There were no rules to it. We were just throwing it at each other in turns. But you walk about 10 feet away lift your shirt up to your back, and we would just hit each other with hacky sacks.
That's not a game. That's torture.
God, that sounds very painful.
Dude, that hurts a lot.
Yeah.
One of the guys pegged me in the butt. That bruise is still there from this morning.
Hold on.
That was at 3 a.m.
Titus,
Yeah.
I didn't peg you for a pegger.
Oh yeah, I know from experience.
Oh, okay. You know, it makes sense.
That's
Anyways, tell me about how you got pegged in the butt this morning.
So he throws the little hacky sack, and he throws it, hits me in the butt. He throws it again, hits me in the shoulder, and then we decide this isn't enough. So we found a beanbag, like a cornhole.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Those hurt more.
Yeah.
No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah.
I got hit square in my back.
Wow.
Dude, I fell down.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought I had it rough.
Dude, it knocked the wind out of me. One of the guys, his girlfriend, was like, turn around and face me. And he goes, why? And she throws it at his stomach
Damn.
from like point blank. And so she's played softball before. She's got an arm.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Dude,
I was gonna say, I mean, does she have that much upper body strength? But cause you know, I'm not trying to be offensive here, but generally physically, they don't have nearly as much as men.
no,
Just-
dude,
Neither do
it
I.
was. So you remember when my hair was red, like when it was
She
bright
played
red,
softball. Yeah.
when it was like
Oh, yeah, you
the
look
good
stupid.
color. That's what his stomach looked like. Just a perfect
Wow.
square on his belly button.
Wow.
Dude,
For
it was.
For context, Titus dyed
Did he cry? Tell
his
me
hair
he
red
cried.
one time, and we all made fun of him for it.
It's on the website.
It's on the Sailbite.
Oh, is
Yeah.
it?
Maybe if
It's
you
the
would
profile
visit
picture.
No, never,
Yeah.
not doing that.
Yeah.
But so back to graduation.
Fucking ghost.
Yeah, back to graduation.
So
the
our
night
dressing.
beforehand, I forgot that we were graduating in the morning. So I was just chilling with Asa and Trey in Discord.
Yeah.
No shit's given. Like, we were just fucking around. And then 4 a.m. hit, and I was like, fuck, I graduate in the morning. I gotta be up. Later, boys. And so I go to bed, and I'm laying there, and like, I have a hard time falling asleep sometimes. I don't know why. It's weird.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just pass right out, other times I don't.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I was starting to fall asleep. And then all of a sudden, Trey had made a joke earlier in the night. And so I just hear him uttering the words of that joke in my mind again. And it was a hilarious joke. So I burst into laughter again, completely waking myself up. And it was like 7 before I fell asleep. I got up at 10 though.
I had a similar.
Dude, I hate that.
Yeah,
crap.
I had a similar sort of experience where we all left the call, and I was just sitting there like, I got a new game to play, because I just got a new game, so I just played that, and I intend to go to bed. It's the new NBA 2K game. I think it's 2020.
Yeah.
But there wasn't an NBA 2020.
Oh fuck. Anyways.
I think it was just 2K.
Was it? Okay.
Was there a social distancing rule in it? Please tell me there was. Like,
No.
you got within 6 feet of a
No.
player.
Fouls were not.
No. But so I was playing that, and I intended to go to bed in like an hour. So I was just playing it, but then I heard birds chirping. It's like, that's a weird thing to hear at night. I looked to my window and I saw a light outside. I'm like, shit. I just pulled all-nighter on accident. And I was like, and I remembered Titus and Logan are graduating today, and they invited me to a party. And then I had the brilliant idea. I went into my kitchen and I got coffee, right? And I never drink coffee. I never drink coffee. I only drink it whenever I want to be awake, and I wanted to be awake this time.
You know what's crazy? All three of us were awake at the same time.
Yeah.
We all pulled an all-nighter unintentionally.
Damn.
Like, I meant to go to bed last night,
Yeah.
but then we're like messing around. I'm like, hey, what time is it? Oh, it's 4 in the morning. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? And they're like, yeah, we're about to start making breakfast.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I would
Um,
like
4 in
you
the
all to
morning, huh?
know,
What are they,
Mhm.
nurses?
we're part of like a small homeschool group, so there was like 18 of us.
There are 18 of us graduating, and this
Yeah,
is one of our
18.
bigger classes.
Yeah, this is really big. So we had quite a bit more time than on stage than a normal graduate would. And me and Titus still rocked it out on stage, man. Like, we weren't like droggy or anything. We walked up there and we killed it. We did a lot better than some of the rest of them.
Dude,
Yeah,
I had to
Titus sung
sing.
a song and he was so pitchy, it sucked.
It
And I
wasn't
know
that
why.
bad. He was a little pitchy, but he was sounded
Yeah,
pretty good. Considering the circumstances, I'm impressed. Like,
dude, I felt like I bombed that. There's a point in there on the last two lines of mine. You can I lost all my confidence, and I just gave up on those. I sang it an octave lower than what I was singing it in. I like that's how
Yeah.
bad I gave up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I felt super off the because
yeah.
I did a stupid thing last night. I did a lot of yelling. I wasn't even thinking about it.
Yeah.
It just kind of happened, and so my voice was super sore. I normally try and take care of my voice before I have performance, but straight up,
Mhm.
I just wasn't thinking about it. I had some Red Bull last night. I had a bunch of soda. I did it
Yeah.
dumb. I felt so incredibly off on that. I asked the
Dude,
guys. I straight up thought I bombed it. I was ready to walk off stage and cry.
I just
Yeah.
realized something.
Yeah.
We all
Hmm.
say straight up a fuck ton. Like,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
straight up, man. Like, we all
Straight
fucking
up,
say
dude.
it.
Actually, I don't say straight up as much.
You don't say it as much, but like me, Titus, Trey, a little bit, Asa, we all do. I've noticed this on the audio
Yeah.
editing the other day. So if we ever get
Mhm.
merch, we should just have a shirt that says straight up.
Straight up, just listen to our merch.
It should be a sinking ship. Like the
Hmm.
boat's like straight up.
So Logan and Titus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Logan invited me to the party, and this is gonna be my first time meeting Josh, who is with us today, our biggest fan. And I wanted to meet him in the either worst or best way possible. I wanted to be in my complete raw form of just pure energy, or I wanted to just meet him not at all, just not there.
You showed up in like the most hype way possible. You looked on fire when I was like, dang, this dude's got a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Like holy
I'm not
crap.
even kidding. Trey and his raw like right now you're only seeing just a little bit of it. Trey's raw form is just a supernova.
Yeah.
He
Same.
walks around at like 110% energy, and you're like, oh my lord. And then when he has to be a person, he descends from the nirvana that he lives in.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, was kind of a badass. Like, we
And
played volleyball and basketball, and he tried his ass off. Like, no offense, you're
so
not good at sports, but you tried.
I'm more of a football kind of guy. I'm more
I
built
never
for
say it.
football.
I never say it to his face, but he's very determined.
Am I? Any whoosies? Enough complimenting me.
Now
Back
do
to
me.
back to making fun of me and calling me stupid because I decided to just not sleep. I just stayed awake the entire day, and that coffee, the one cup of coffee, kept me awake for like the entire day.
Yeah.
And I had to fight myself because I
Well, we
also
had Dr. Pepper and tea at my party.
yeah no. That's whenever I started getting drowsy, and that's when I started calming down. But then I saw the Dr. Pepper, I was like, that's gonna save me, and I just chugged a whole entire solo cup of Dr. Pepper, and I was like, I'm back.
Yeah. Which funny thing was, I told everyone to meet me at a park and bring their own food. Right? That was the
Wait,
plan.
we were supposed to bring our own food?
Yeah.
Yes. And so, me, Titus, or not me, Titus, me, Trey, and Josh and Drew were riding there. And I was like, so where do we want to stop to pick up food, boys? And they were all like, hey, let's go in and get a pizza.
Yeah, I was like,
And
pizza
I was
time,
like,
Logan.
dude, that's a brilliant plan. So we picked up 2 pizzas and a small order of breadsticks.
Yeah.
We show up. I'm looking at these
Yeah.
guys. I'm like, did they bring food? And I open the pizza box, and like, everyone just starts digging in. I'm like, oh, okay.
That was
I
that was
totally
my
called
fault,
it
by the
though.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're good, man.
You rolled
You're
up
good.
with the pizza box. You set it down. I grabbed the breadstick. I grabbed like the cheese sticks.
No, actually, Asa hit
Yeah.
it before you did.
No, I opened it first.
No,
I grabbed the first
Titus
one
did
and
you
chugged
too.
it.
Yeah,
Damn.
me and Titus were the first breadstick eaters.
Yeah.
Dude,
But,
we
yeah,
ate
then
half of it.
Yeah.
everyone just started eating pizza,
I
and I
got
was
no
like,
breadsticks.
this was supposed to be our dinner, but you know what? I don't actually care, and I think the other guys got enough food too, and
Yeah, everybody got food.
I think it was all cool. Yeah, it was cool. We actually fed 8 men with 2 pizzas.
Yeah,
Like,
and afterwards,
usually with 8 men, I order like 3 or 4 pizzas, and I'm not talking like medium pizzas, like, we're talking large pizzas here. At least 3, at most like 5 when I've got that many dudes, because men can eat, boys. Men can eat. And
Yeah.
the group,
I've eaten a whole pizza in one
Yeah.
day, and it felt like nothing.
everyone at the party, I believe, except maybe one of our friends, could have eaten a whole pizza by themselves.
which one is that? Who are you calling out?
Me.
Let's call him Music Man.
Music man.
Music Man.
That can be taken to anyone. I can play banjo.
I play guitar and sing.
And
You guys know
speak,
who I'm talking about, though.
and Logan,
No, yeah, you're talking about me, right?
Logan,
Haha. Yeah.
Logan, I speak to the soul.
God damn it. Anyways, so yeah. So we graduated today. That's where we started. This was the entire thing. So yeah,
Yeah.
we graduated today.
And
we have
then-
official diplomas and everything. It's pretty bad.
And
Yes,
then
they
after
gave me a
eating-
real diploma.
Yeah, after eating, we went and played volleyball, and then we drove over to a basketball court and we played basketball.
Yeah,
And
And capture the
And
flag.
then we kidnapped Josh.
our friend, he's in cross country. The entire game, he was just like running back and forth. We're like, you know what? And I'm
Dude.
glad that I was on the
Yeah,
same team as him because he just won.
yeah.
I could actually keep up with him. It's just keeping up with him. That's
Yeah.
my problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time he got the ball, I was like, fuck.
Dude, basically, they're at a point when people just stop trying. Like, because that man would get the ball and then he'd be on the other side of the court making a layup. Like,
Yeah, dude, I was like, there's
Yeah,
no
I was like
point.
the
He's
fat black
got the
kid at some
ball.
point. I was like, you guys got this. Go ahead.
Anytime. I'm just gonna stay
Yeah.
over here. Like, there's no point trying to chase him down.
And we were all super sweaty by the end of it. We're sweaty boys.
yeah, me, Drew, and Titus all went shirtless. Like, it was fun.
And then I got driven home by Asa. We said goodbye to everybody. I got brought home, and then like I sat down, and now here we are. We record the podcast on the same day.
Yeah, that's right. We go through all this bullshit and here we are recording this podcast. We are loyal to
Yeah.
our fan base.
Yeah.
Okay?
Uh, hey Josh, we're loyal to you, buddy.
Yeah. Here for you.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Well, I respect that loyalty.
Anyways, with the end of our day being explained, I think that's where we should end this episode of the podcast.
yep.
Oh, it's already been an hour?
Yep.
Sit down.
On the
Yeah.
dot.
Time flies. Damn.
Yeah.
So, please, everybody, if you're watching this on YouTube, please leave a like, comment some topics or questions that you'd like us to answer or talk about. Go watch our gameplays. Subscribe, and if you're watching on SoundCloud, leave a follow and a like, please, and do the same with.
We do reply to comments.
We do.
We do.
Yeah.
We do it
And-
often too, and it's always funny.
Yeah.
Mm, debatable.
No, that's literally incorrect. It's always funny.
It's incorrect. Anyways, we'll see you all next time.
Yo, here's that rap I promised. I'm so sorry.
Titus, yo, that's my butt. Stop it. No, you little slut. No matter what you say, I'm not gay. Gonna get you to the count of 3. Dude, don't want to see that pee. That shit ain't for me.
I think that you're slick, but I don't want to get the dick.
God damn it.